Essential tools in your beauty routine are the right brushes. Beauty EQ editor Trudy Brewer says they can make or break your makeup look. She's here to help us brush up on our beauty skills. Good morning, Trudy. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We all have all these brushes in our cabinets, but we often don't know what to do with them. So
I know that, and I mean, somebody said to me, because I was talking to a girlfriend, she said, if you're going to talk about brushes, can you please get some affordable ones? And I thought, good tip, because we all are used to these very luxurious, expensive brushes.
So what are the essentials, and is buying, a pack of them okay, or should you, pick and choose?
Well, I think that is a good idea if you're starting out, but if you're a little bit more confident with makeup, what I would say to anyone that's thinking about investing in makeup brushes is to go and have a makeup at somewhere like a Mecca or a Sephora or a MAC, and see the tools that they use, because often you'll buy the set and you might only use two.
Totally.
So I always think that's a good idea. And the other thing I want to say is that no furry animal should be harmed in the making of a makeup brush. So always go for synthetic or vegan. And then think about what your makeup routine looks like. So if you'd like a lot of eye products and you'd like to do a smoky eye, maybe focus on getting some eye brushes. If you're a bit of a kohl pencil and a mascara girl, but you like a highlighter, look at getting some face brushes. You don't need all of them. I probably use 3 on rotation.
An eyebrow one?
Yes, I was going to say that is my go-to. But also your fingers make great tools as well. So you can start with applying foundation with your fingers and then buff over it with a big fluffy brush.
Okay. I'm looking at this one, which has got your makeup on it.
It has. I bought that in because I love it. It's actually a highlighter brush, but I use it as concealer. Now, the secret with brushes is that the bigger the brush, and the more compact the bristles, the more product it picks up and the larger the surface you can use it on. Okay. So, and you don't always need to use a brush on the flat side of the surface. You can actually just use the side of it. For example, a lot of people use a big, huge, fluffy brush like a powder brush or a foundation brush to put on blush. And then they get in the car and they drive to work and they look in the rear vision mirror and they look like a clown. Okay, I do that all the time. So go for something a little bit more slender and just use that tip and just pop it on like that.
Okay, all right.
And then you can go over with your big kabuki brush like that and blend it in.
Okay, so you would use the big fluffy round one for foundation or your powder?
Yeah, now what I do is I put my foundation on with a mix of things, and I really love this Bobbi Brown foundation brush. It is mine. I've had it for 5 years and it's still good. It
looks new.
Exactly, and we're going to get to how to look after them soon. I actually pop it on with my fingers and then go over with a foundation brush, and then...
What's the advantage of that though?
Well,
as opposed to just fingers, or like I just go.
Yeah, I know, and a lot of people.
And it ends up in my eyebrows and
you don't
around here.
I mean, I think the advantage with your hands is that they're warm. So any product that comes out of a bottle, like a liquid foundation, you can warm it with your fingers first. You need less of it, and it spreads easier.
Right.
Now, it's really difficult to get up under the eye area with your fingers without poking yourself in the eye or getting foundation in your eye, which happens a lot. So I just dot it on, give it a big blend where I want it, and then I go over with a foundation brush and blend it in.
That's a great tip.
I take a big kabuki brush like this and buff my whole face over, because then you take all those lines out of your face as well. You know, when you get that streaky look on your face?
It's always good to check in the rear vision mirror when you get in the car, isn't it, to make sure that you've got all the... That you've blended
natural
it all.
light.
Yeah.
And check that you haven't got hairs all over your face from your brush that's lost them.
Okay, I need to know how to clean this brush, because if I'm using them, 3 of them every day, and they start to look like this, what do I do?
So, you have to look after your brushes like you would your hair.
Oh.
So you need to shampoo them and condition them. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So shampooing them with, I use a tea tree shampoo, like a tea tree based oil shampoo, because it's antiseptic, antibacterial, because that's what you want. Especially if you are using brushes around the eye area or the lip area, especially in winter, with cold sores or anything like that. You don't want to keep reinfecting your skin. So use either a antibacterial or a baby shampoo, because that's very, very gentle. Just emulsify them under warm water. I put the shampoo in my hand like that, and
it's amazing what comes out of them, isn't it? It's quite disgusting.
So amazing. It's disgusting. So you actually go through like that on your palm with your shampoo, rinse them, squeeze them out and lie them flat, then put the same amount of conditioner on, rinse them out and squeeze them flat. Now, the secret to drying makeup brushes is not to put them in a container like that.
That's exactly what I do. What's wrong with that?
Well, because what happens is the water drips down into the handle and loosens the bristles.
And that's why I get them all over my face.
And rots the hair. So what you do is you either roll them up in a towel, like a hand towel, and put them in the hot water cupboard to dry, which is a great tip. I love putting my makeup brushes in the sunshine on the windowsill, flat on the windowsill with a towel in the sunshine, because sun is great for antibacterial as well.
You're such a good mother to your makeup brushes.
I am a good mum to my makeup brushes. So the secret is to treat them gently the way you would your hair.
Okay, what brush would you personally never be without?
Well, I'm addicted to highlighting because it makes me look younger than I am.
That's
and
up
it actually
here,
makes
right?
well, I highlight everywhere, which is why our lovely makeup artist
So you do
has to.
there, under there.
Under there, anywhere where you have a high point on your face where the light would naturally hit your skin, highlighting. And
Just
brow
checking you out.
brush, a spoolie like this is so amazing. Like you said, you get all of your foundation in your brows. You can brush through with that, you can groom it. You can put some hairspray on that and spray it up and get your brows beautifully groomed.
Okay, show us what you've got next. What are the essentials
So
that we need?
I bought this one in because I'm really addicted to it. It's a Shiseido brush, and it's a Duo Fade brush. It's a synthetic powder brush, but it's got this incredible little soft, I'll let you feel that, little soft synthetic pod on the
Boobily
end.
bit.
It is, it's amazing. And you can put your concealer on with that, or your liquid foundation on with that, and then use that.
You should hear the male sounds in my ear trying
It's
to figure out
called
what the heck is this?
a high def food, which is Face Duo brush. And what I
a
love
great
about
idea,
that, what I
actually.
love about the Shiseido brushes is they're based on calligraphy, so they've got some really clever ones. This is another eyeshadow brush that I can't live without, which most people would look at and think, how do you use that?
Yeah.
But that you can apply your powder with, and you can wet it and dip it into your eyeshadow, and then do a little eyeliner as well because of the way it's chiseled.
That is
so
a really
I
good
love
tip,
that
yeah.
one. And Sephora have a great range of duo brushes, which this is another one where you've got your eyeshadow on one end and your brow groomer on the other. So that's good.
That's great because that's a 2-in-1.
Exactly. And then I bought these in because they arrived this week. Nude by Nature vegan brushes. They're very, very clever. They've just launched a pro range. So they've got their standard beautiful mineral powder brushes, which are really good value, about $30. They've launched, extended their brush collection for a pro range. So there is a brush for everything. So you've got your foundation brush, your blush brush, and I brought in the little spoolie, which I think is great, which you can't live without.
Absolutely. Just finally, how often should I clean my brushes?
I think weekly, unless you're really, really into makeup and you're changing your colours out all the time. I mean, I wear almost the same colour every day on my eyes, and you're probably busy,
Yes.
Mum, you probably do too.
Absolutely. It's
But if-
like brown, brown and more brown, but if I use a blue, I have to make sure I've cleaned my brush.
Well, that's right. You know, you do need to make sure you've cleaned your brush. I would say weekly if you can, but fortnightly would be ideal.
Love
but
it.
make sure you use the shampoo and conditioner.
Fabulous. You don't need any special shampoo and conditioner, just use the stuff that
No,
you've got
you
at
can
home.
use the stuff that you've
Wonderful.
got at home. Baby shampoo's great.
Love it. Can hear that around. For more from Trudy, head to her website, beautyeq.co.nz. Thanks for your tips today, Trudy.